All right, so here we are in the middle of a field. I have a friend who has a couple of hay fields, and he keeps saying, I've got rocks. If you want to see rocks, I got rocks. He says they're not special rocks, but they're rocks. So he talked us into it. We thought we'd come up before the grass got too long and see what we could find. A quick initial find, we found some cool stuff, typical West Michigan fare, but you know, the nice thing about West Michigan is the rocks aren't super great, awesome, but at least we don't have to worry about the danger noodles and the spiders and scorpions and all that stuff. So, and it's really cold today. It's about 40 degrees, so I don't know how long we'll be out here. But yeah, you'll definitely be seeing what we find. I think. Ready? Okay, let's go find some rocks.
And watch out for bears.
Oh yeah, and there's a bear. But it's a brown bear. It's a black bear, so yeah, no worries. So. It'll run before we do. We
just kind of go,
yeah, that's the hopes anyway, right? That's what they say. I don't care to find out. It'll run before we do. So. Okay, I'm gonna find some rocks, not bears.
Or at least try.
So yeah, we have quite the range of field to pick up from. So we want to get organized, like start in a corner and move across. I don't know, so far some pretty cool stuff. Oh, yeah. Limestone, maybe? Not the sexiest rock ever, is it? Still kind of cool. Alright, keeper then, huh? Not a noper, it's a keeper. You got keepers and you got nopers. Oh, what'd you find? That looks fun.
There's a bunch of stuffs on it.
Yeah. Fun.
So what is the art of looking for rocks?
I love agates. That's the thing that draws the most eyes. So I'm always looking for a Lake Superior agate. So I'm trying to look for things that are angular or pitted.
Okay.
And have a glossy, waxy finish. More of a waxy finish.
That's just water you're spraying on them?
Yeah, just
okay, nothing to bring out a shine or something.
No, well, once it's wet, it kind of gives you an idea what it would look like polished.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, good eye.
Hey, that's my favorite rock.
I saw that one too.
I did too.
So
that's my favorite rock.
That's a keeper for sure.
Okay.
Ooh,
Look at the banding on that one.
I like that rock.
That's typical West Michigan fare.
So now what will you do? You'll buff that out? Will you split it or?
Yeah, with this one I would probably run the saw this way through it.
Okay.
So to catch all the banding, and then you'd end up with a pendant that looks kind of like that.
Okay.
But smooth.
So you finding anything?
Sounds like it.
A couple here, there. There's a couple in there rattling around. Well, heck, now you got us interested.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, once you start looking for pretty rocks instead of just rocks that are in the middle of your hayfield.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, when I'm out here, because this is one of my food plots, I said, I typically only, because I don't cut this for hay or anything, I just pick up like big rocks. If I hit it with a disc or pull it up with a drag, I don't want to hit it again. So, you know, these I don't even just bother with them. It's like, why don't you throw those in the bucket? You know, back in the day when they cleaned these fields of rocks,
they put
walls.
them
on sleds.
Oh, okay.
Dragged them out here and dumped them in piles. I mean, I got piles in the woods. I got, you know, you go. They only went, oh, I ain't taking this rock any farther than this.
Right, and just chuck it as soon as it's out of the way.
Yep.
I found a rock.
Found a rock.
So would that be a rock?
It looks like granite.
So,
Or is it kind of dull?
for you and I as guys, yeah, that's a rock.
Okay.
We'd love that. But ladies, nah, they'd move on. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll take it anyway.
It doesn't have the.
Unless you want it, of course. I'm sorry. I just chucked it down the hatch.
No, I'll give it to you. You can polish it, make me a piece of jewelry out of it.
There you go. You can give it to your ladies then.
How long does it take you to take a rock like I just gave you, polish it, cut it, and make a pendant out of it?
It depends on whether you're tumbling it or just hand polishing it.
Okay.
If I hand polish it, it'll take me a couple hours.
Oh, okay.
If I tumble it, it'll take a couple months maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the tumbling does a better job?
It's more economical. I can throw like
20
50 rocks in at a time instead of, one at a time. So as far as labor goes,
Yeah.
it's way easier labor-wise, but it takes longer
Oh, okay.
overall.
My wife would like a rock like this, and I can tell you why.
Oh,
Because it's got that rosy color in it.
oh yeah, yep. That's a fun one.
It's not
That would
really
pop out a little bit on a.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun one slabbed up.
Will it fit?
I've been kind of lazy now. I'll slab them and then I'll throw them in the rock tumbler. I get them into a cab shape and I throw them in the rock tumbler and I just walk away. Yeah, piece of granite.
One with swirls like.
Just when you needed help. He's out there, pretty soon.
Bags in heavy. Like that's why I got the bucket.
I don't know why your legs are so
Oh,
strong.
that's another one.
I told him that you're the wrestling coach there in Whitehall. I said,
Yes,
Or
sir,
Montague, yeah.
Or Montague, I'm
Yep,
sorry.
yep.
I'll keep it.
I'm like-
Yeah, you'll offend Montague if you
Yeah,
or
that's
Whitehall.
why his
You'll
legs are
offend
so
Whitehall.
strong. He's like,
I'm picking up rocks all day.
Rocks. And it's like,
I'm gonna do some air squats in my backpack now. You found a couple of those now.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That'll be darn.
Yeah, I
That's
just
prehistoric. This is a prehistoric rock.
you've had some pretty cool pieces of quartzes and chalcedonies out here so far. Like maybe there's one. Oh yeah, that's a straight up bone.
You know what? No antique bones.
Sorry, I can't do anything with them. They don't polish up.
Yeah, it's probably a Tyrannosaurus Rex bone.
A bit of a unicate.
Time up here, I crisscross out here and gas and stuff.
A little bit, not a great one, but unicate. Got a lot going on in it. That's kind of cool. Whoa, wait, looks like yeah, it looks like it's got quartz in it. Cool. It is kind of satisfying hearing that clunk as it goes down to shoot. Not gonna lie about that one.
Purple.
I want to go check the rock pile. Maybe he picked up and discarded and we find treasures. We have a good idea of what we're seeing now.
Ooh.
Your typical field rocks. That one you just stepped over is kind of cool.
Yeah, this guy, that's what
Yeah.
I came up with.
Okay.
And then this guy has some banding in him.
That looks like a piece of quartzy. Oh yeah. You want them?
I think
They make good garden rocks if nothing else for... Ooh. Oh yeah. Winter. Oh yeah, that is so cool. Okay, so it was my first time using a GoPro headband this weekend, and I totally aimed it way too high, and I missed like every rock I picked up, which is unfortunate because as far as I'm concerned, it was the best rock hunt we've ever had. We found so much cool stuff, but unfortunately I can't show you picking it up, but we can show you at least the results, and that's better than nothing, right? So yeah, let's get a close in and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so we picked up a big variety of things. There was like I said, it was my buddy's field, so we were able to pick up anything, and anything we picked up, and the bigger we picked up, the better off he was. So we picked up just about everything we could, and no restrictions, of course. And it was a cold day that day, still a little chilly today, but at least we can show you what we got. So I'm trying to remember what you picked up and what I picked up. Doesn't really matter. I know you picked up a lot of these things. And why?
Well, I don't know why. Well, I remember they looked cool wet, because I just made everything wet, and so I just saw what it was, so I'm gonna do now, too. Yeah. See, now that he's wet, you can see all the
That's funny.
agates and it's different color.
It does have some crystallization of quartz in there and stuff, but I'm afraid if we hit it with a saw, I think I've cut stuff like this before and it crumbles.
Oh.
So we'll have to see. That's why I wasn't picking it up myself.
And then here's another one of those kind of rocks. This one has like red salmon color right here.
Closer.
Salmon color right in there. And that one's different. I'm pretty sure I picked this up, and it's a little piece of course it's gone now. Can't think of the name.
Unicate?
Yeah, unicate. A little piece of unicate, kind of. And there you can really see it. That green.
And then, let's see. I was looking for anything that looked, slightly like an agate. So, I was finding all kinds of chert and quartz, maybe some chalcedony. I'd call this chert, maybe? I don't know. Anything that was angular and not round. Like this guy. This guy has some cool banding. You want to get that one wet for me? Well, not banding, but some cool lines. And, this is like a piece of quartz with chalcedony that's going to look pretty cool. Same thing here. I had those hard angles on it, so I snagged it. Oh, I guess it didn't really pop out now that it's wet, but you can see a little bit of banding on it.
This one was one of yours.
Yep. Again, hard angle on it, so I picked it up. There's a lot of shale and slate, or whatever you call it there, too, of course, because it's a field. It's whatever. So it looked like it broke easily under a saw. What else is cool in here? Oh, a piece of maybe rhodonite? I don't know.
This guy's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, we went for the big stuff. You got these two here. You got the nice green on them. They'll be kind of neat polished up. They'll probably have that lighter green color. It looks like they got hit by a plow or something in the field and scratched a little bit. So hopefully it'll be that color underneath and it's not too soft. I haven't given it a knife test yet, but we'll see.
This one I picked up because it doesn't look cool not wet. And when you get it wet, it'll probably look much, or at least a little bit better.
Color changing rocks.
Yeah. Got my sleeve.
Got a piece of mossy looking amygdaloidal something basalt maybe. That was just kind of cool. See if it would tumble.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, yeah.
You and me found this.
Yep.
And this has some banding. I can't remember what it looks like wet, but it has some very cool banding. There it is. That banding in it. And then that's what it looks like without the wet. So it'll be really cool when it's polished up.
And then, yeah, so I picked up rocks for tumbling, rocks for cutting, and rocks for slabbing. So we got all kinds of different sizes here. Like something this size, I definitely cannot cut on my little tile saw. But
That guy's really cool.
that thing's color was amazing. Yeah, we both spotted that one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's this guy. You see a lot of this in the typical Michigan stuff. I'll do the half dip like you did.
It's almost like...
So wet versus dry. You can see the lines really pop out. It's like unikite, but the green,
Yeah,
it's only the
almost
green.
like all unikite.
The red doesn't really pop out, but...
And there's this guy. He has a nice little green, brownish, rusted. It almost looks like rust on this side. Of course, it's probably not, because it needs iron in it, but...
Yeah. Then we got this guy, pretty cool. Thought it'd make some nice, interesting cabs, maybe. And I can put it on the tile saw. It'll go through the tile saw.
I forgot about the bands on him. That's really cool. With all those colors and black and and there might be a piece of unikite when we cut it open. There's a little bit of green there.
There was plenty of unikite in that field. And all kinds of quartz and chalcedonies. And then just before we gave up for the day, I thought we'd check a pile of rocks that he's been setting aside. And in that pile, I found this thing. And I was so excited to find this rock because I knew it's a little piece of chalcedony or jasper or something. And look at that banding on it.
Should we get it?
That is going to be an amazing. This is going to be an amazing rock. I picked it up and I'm like, ooh, I can get like $100 worth of pendants out of that thing.
It didn't really change when it went under.
No, not a big change, which it's kind of to be expected with this type of rock. It's going to be hard, nice and hard. It's not going to absorb water well, but yeah, this is going to be a fun rock to slab and cab. Got a little bit of where it was exposed to the weather in that pile. But yeah, that's going to be the fun one. So I'm definitely going to highlight this one in a future video for sure. And of course, and then you found this was what? This was a find that looks a lot like the what is it? Pictured rocks in the UP. Oh. Yeah, good finds. Okay, so that's it for what we found. Yeah, it was cool stuff. It was a great hunt. We only were out there a couple hours, and we came back with a 5-gallon bucket full of stuff. And yeah, definitely gonna look forward to going out there again. We only touched, I think he put us in his feed plot, he said.
Something like that.
And we didn't even touch all of that. We only covered maybe half of it. And he's still got like hay fields and turnip fields and everything else. So yeah, we'll try to get it right next time and get the actual hunt in there instead of just the results. And then yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, you'll definitely get some more views out of this. I'm planning on doing a tumbling video out of this and at least a slabbing cabbing video. So if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.